I've seen you on the streets, the bit between your teeth, you never stop to say.
Hi, I'm David Jefferson of Newsweek, and this is...
I'm Tara Weingarten of Newsweek.
Tara is our automotive reviewer, and we decided to come out today in beautiful Hollywood to find out whether or not the Hummer is still the status symbol du jour. You know, with gasoline going up to $5 a gallon, is the Hummer still hot? I mean, this baby gets 8 miles a gallon. People are talking about fuel conservation, and quite frankly, here in Hollywood, everybody seems to be driving a hybrid. But what about the Hummer? I mean, the Hummer was the car that our governor, Arnold Schwarzenegger, loved to tool around in. It's the car that you see on CSI Miami that the entire fleet of investigators drive. And those kids from Entourage, when they moved out to Hollywood to make it big, what did they drive to show off? The Hummer.
Yeah.
But what's happening today? We want to find out whether when we drive around town, are people going to give us thumbs up, or are they going to give us the bird? Let's get in the car and find out, Tara.
So we opted for the H2, which is the really big one. You know, we saw on our way today, in the time we've spent together, we've only seen one other Hummer on the road, and that's really strange in Los Angeles. I mean, it used to be you really would see 5 or 6. Absolutely, right?
And the Prius is the hot car here. I mean, everybody at the studio is driving them. Our co-worker had his Prius stolen. If you drive a Prius, you get to go in the fast lane. If you drive a Hummer,
you get a rebate from George Bush. This has always been a controversial vehicle here, even before the gas problem, just navigating these streets and navigating parking lots with it. So, you know, I think that the gas problems have just exacerbated the feelings about this vehicle. But, you know, we may be surprised. We're going to see what happens, right? Maybe.
Right, absolutely. Okay, do not floor it and try and pass that cab. Stop.
Sorry.
Whoa, Tara. Stop. Perfect. Okay, enough. Perfect. Do you have a quarter?
We rented the Hummer.
You did not.
Why? For the day. To go out in LA to see what people are saying about the Hummer.
Okay.
Gas prices. It's a big thing. It was sort of the status symbol for quite some time among certain people.
You know, if you have a big Hummer, it means you have a small. That's what that means.
Can I ask you something? I'm with Newsweek magazine, and I'm the automotive reviewer. And so
Automotive reviewer.
I am.
Yeah, I love it. Yeah, I don't really believe in global warming or any of this BS, and I think that there's no oil shortage. And for what it's worth, and I'm buying a new car next month, and it's going to be something like this. I already own a Suburban. I own that hot rod Mustang over there, and that drinks up a lot of gas. So I don't believe in any of this hoaxy BS trendy stuff. So.
But you live in LA.
Yeah, well, I'm not. I'm from San Francisco. That's even worse.
I think people are ashamed to drive these things around. Although if they weren't ashamed enough in the first place and they actually bought them, maybe they're too stupid and they still drive them.
Have you seen, this was a hot car a few months ago. Is it still the hot car?
I've never been a fan of the Hummer, even a few months ago. So, yeah. This is the hot car. Totally fuel efficient. Yeah, mom powered. Pretty great. But yeah, we've definitely always been a little more gas conserving than Hummers.
You know, I'm probably the one person that will get stoned for saying, stoned, like throwing stones at me. They will, I think the outrageous gas prices have been good in that way. It's like when you go to Europe, you know, you see nothing but small cars because they've paid $8 a gallon for gasoline forever. When
What do you think of Hummer drivers?
If you have 6 kids, 7 kids, great. Buy them, enjoy them. If not, we're giving all that money to our worst enemies.
Is this how you get around town a lot?
25 years and counting, yes ma'am.
Do you own a car?
I do, I'm trying to sell it. You want to buy a Chevy?
If you went to the Toyota dealership where there are Priuses, Prius I, and you saw this there and it was half price.
You couldn't pay me to buy that. You could not pay me, and they make that near my hometown in Mishawaka, Indiana, as a matter of fact. But you couldn't pay me. I wouldn't take it. Is that on? You're crazy!
Didn't go exactly as planned. We got out of the car, went to go talk to the people who gave us the finger, and the entire table was gone. When we did go over there to talk to the people who did witness this magnificent parking job, by the way, they didn't want to speak to us. They hate us. We were.
They were disgusted. They were completely disgusted. I mean, I have never experienced such hostility in my life.
They wouldn't talk to us.
They would not talk to us.
They wouldn't talk to us. So we're
and
going.
Who wouldn't talk to you? Come on. I mean, seriously. Why do they hate the Hummer so much? I just don't understand. I mean, all we were doing was parking and stopping traffic, but they didn't appreciate that.
We're going to go bug people at another restaurant. We'll go find some other people to bug.
We've been having a lot of fun driving our Hummer around LA, but I got to tell you, with all this talk about fuel efficiency, we decided, well, maybe it's time to trade in our Hummer for a Prius. What do you think, Tara?
Let's go see how much they'll give us for it.
Yeah, I mean, probably a lot, do you think?
Maybe not.
Do you think we can get a Prius with it? All right, are we going to get in trouble for trying to sell a rental car? I don't know. It could be a problem.
Has anyone pulled in with a Hummer and asked to trade it in?
Of course.
Is that right?
Yes, they have.
Have you done it?
Of course we have.
What would be the trade-in value of something like that?
Actually, it's not very good.
It's not very good.
No, very bad.
Could you trade in, theoretically, that Hummer and drive out with a brand new Prius and not have to give you any cash?
No, you'd have to give us some cash.
That's worth less than a new Prius.
Yes. As far as resale value, yes.
What do you think the resale value of a 2-year-old Hummer would be? Like on your lot, on the Toyota lot?
We couldn't sell it. Most people that have these Hummers are trading them in. They usually owe about 3 or 4 years on payments for the car, and they want to trade them in, and they're upside down, which means they owe more money than the car is worth. So they usually have to give us $20,000, $25,000, and then they're buying the car.
On top of it.
On top of that.
Do you have any Prius in stock? If we wanted to buy one today, do you have any to sell?
No, you're on a waiting list.
And how long is the waiting list?
A little over a month.
Amazing.
Amazing car.
Thank you.
Well, I'm looking at the sky.
But here's the big question. Hummer up or...
You know, in LA at least, not so much. I
so
think the
much.
glory days might have passed, although I am surprised that it wasn't a complete wash. There were people out there who still love this thing and still think it's really hip, and maybe they wouldn't buy it. In fact, we really only saw in our full day, we really only saw 4 of them. And
we only saw 4 Hummers driving around the streets of Los Angeles, which, you know, is...
Not that many.
Not that many.
Not here.
Not that many.
Yeah, there was a lot of anger. We saw a lot of anger, but you know, surprisingly, not as much as I would have thought.
No.
So
No.
it was very mixed. Do you think those 7.5 miles to the gallon in this era, with the inevitable increase in gas prices, doesn't bode well for this thing?
No, we're talking $250 a tank.
Yeah.
To load it up,
Yeah.
something like that. It's time to let go of the Hummer,
Yeah.
Arnold. It's so 1999.